What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. Brentford 0, Tottenham 0. And, another tragic display from Tottenham Hotspur. You put this team in the ascendancy and we revert back to what we were doing at the earlier stage of the season. I mean, no shots on goal the previous 2 games. Today, it didn't look like we were going to score at all. Poor performances all over the pitch. Couldn't get Harry Kane, Kulu, Sonny into the game whatsoever. And I just didn't think we looked like scoring at all today. It was just such a tragic display, wasn't it? And I thought Bentancur was poor. We moved the ball too slowly, lethargic. It looks as though we're playing a game every day at this stage.
Yeah, it was difficult to put your finger on exactly why we were so poor yet again. But a second consecutive game, no shots on target. First half, we were completely devoid of any ideas. It wasn't even... I didn't even think it was a case of like against Brighton and against Villa, that it was a case of Brentford really intensely pressing us. I just felt when we did get the ball and a chance to move the ball around, it was so slow. Every time we got the ball into Kane, they were hounding him around. He couldn't make it stick. I think he lost the ball about 5 or 6 times that first half and only completed 1 pass, which tells the story about first half. And then we forced the ball out wide, and the quality sadly just isn't there.
The tail
it
of the
is not
every
there.
Game.
Sessegnon comes in with a chance to take the place out from Reguilon, and he didn't take it whatsoever. I thought he was shambolic, and Emerson failed to do the most simple things that you expect a Premier League football to do, and he just couldn't do that.
Pass before he goes off was the worst thing I've seen.
Simple pass.
How can a Premier League professional footballer play a pass like that in a proper pressure moment?
And the chance, and then when we did get a chance, on the rare occasions we did get the ball out wide in the final third and chance to whip it in. Sessegnon, first of all, was horrendous. His final ball was terrible, and then Davis was put there for the last 15 minutes or so, and it wasn't much better. And it was really difficult.
Can you tell me why he made that change? Why bring on Sanchez? Why put Davis at left winger? At least put Reguilon on. You know what I mean?
I've been thinking about it. Why? The only thing I can think of is that, and there was a period 5 minutes after Sanchez came on where we looked a bit better, and I think the reason why he did it is because I think he wanted to basically have a quicker centre-back like Sanchez to actually make us go forward even more, so we can actually throw a bit more caution to the wind. In terms of, I kind of feel like if you're facing Ben Davis on a counter-attack, you're much more likely to get past him and score than if you're facing Davinson Sanchez. However, if you're going to do that, you might as well bring Reguilon on and Sanchez.
That's what I said, yeah.
Like, bring them both on. I don't understand. Look, if you want to take Davis off, or you want to take Davis out of centre-back because you're scared that he's going to get caught on the counter because he's a bit slow, which I understand, then put Sanchez and Reguilon on. But putting Davis to left wing-back didn't help our cause whatsoever. We only made the 2 subs in the end as well. Lucas only came on for 5 minutes, and he nearly got some joy where he got hacked down when he was in on goal, which is really annoying. Yeah. But Berg, what does Bergwijn need to do to get minutes in this team, man?
Consistently. How long was I calling for Bergwijn to come on in that second half? Probably since the 60th minute. Bring Bergwijn on. Bring Bergwijn on. Bring Bergwijn on. He's the only one on that bench that looks like he's going to do anything when he comes on. Didn't see 1 minute today. In the previous games, he's limited to 2-3 minutes. Lucas comes on, and fair enough, he created that opening, but apart from that, he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Going forward, we were just so toothless today. So toothless, so gutless, and that's a carbon copy of that Brighton display last week. Carbon copy. And, we gave ourselves such a great opportunity to make this top 4 this year. We put ourselves in such a great, good position with those wins and with the goal difference as well. And now we're just throwing it all away. We're throwing it all away. That Brighton, ever since we've been favourites for this top 4, we've been terrible.
Now we're not favourites anymore.
Yeah,
that's the reality. With Arsenal's win earlier today, however lucky it was, or whatever luck they got the win, and now they're 2 points ahead of us. Obviously, it does feel like a loss, but we do get a point for the draw, so we are 2 points behind Arsenal in the race for top 4. All is not lost. However, within 2 games' time, obviously we have Liverpool at Anfield. We've got Leicester next, and then Liverpool coming up. So you've got to assume that's going to be very difficult to get any points out of, considering they're going for the title. And Arsenal's next to are West Ham and Leeds. So in reality, if we're going to make that, to be honest, the Arsenal game, having the Arsenal game as a top 4 shootout is looking like the best out of a bad situation at the moment.
Pretty much.
And if we're going to make it a shootout, then we have to make sure we're at least 3 points within them come that game.
Absolutely.
And if Arsenal win their next 2, are we going to be 3 points within them in that game, because if they win the next two, we're probably not gonna beat Liverpool, are we?
We need to.
So
yeah, I know.
difficult now. And now it's all of a sudden the tables have turned, because those two games, you know, where you had as games where you should be winning, at 1 point out of those two games, all of a sudden we've thrown away any advantage, and now we're chasing now. That's the reality. Look, it is only 2 points, so it's not a foregone conclusion. West Ham's a tough game away, and obviously Leeds are playing fairly well at the moment as well. So those aren't two of the easiest games for Arsenal. No game's easy, really. But
look,
the reality is they hold the cards at the moment.
They do hold the cards, but at the end of the day, football changes very quickly. This is what I said prior to this game. Football changes very quickly. About 4 games ago, 5 games ago, we were 6 points behind Arsenal.
When they had a game in hand.
Then we went above them by 3 points. Could have made it 6 points if we won that Brighton game. And now things have changed completely. So will there be more twists and tells? I'm bloody hope so, man.
I'm sure there will, and I don't think Arsenal, despite the 2 victories, have been utterly convincing in their last 2 games.
Mate, where's our luck? We don't get any luck whatsoever, and Arsenal are getting all the luck at the moment.
Yeah,
that Chelsea game, they rode their luck big time, and today against Man United, they rode their luck big time as well.
That's sometimes how it goes, though, isn't it, in the season? We got 2 last-minute goals against Leicester. They'll point to that and all these things. But look, it's only 2 points. We have to make sure that we don't lose hope. And look, it's still blow for blow at the moment. It's kind of punch for punch each game week now. Like we're winning and they're dropping points there. We're dropping points and they're winning. So it's anyone's game, anyone's guess at the moment who's going to get this top 4. It's not over.
Just don't look up to this fight.
But look, the concerning thing is that it's 2 games in a row with no shot on target. And there's also the concerning thing is Newcastle at home, Villa away, Brighton at home, and now Brentford away. In the first half, we've been dreadful in all those games.
2.5 games.
And that is that's really concerning now. Conte's got to go back to the drawing board, I feel, and maybe switch things up a bit. Either really throw caution to the wind in the wing-back situation, like throw Kulu in there or something, because the wing-backs are just atrocious.
Even when Kulu got moved there, I mean, he didn't really do anything when he got moved out.
How long was it for? He was there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I guess.
And actually, I thought we looked a tiny bit better. One thing as well, first of all, I was really annoyed there was only 3 minutes of a shot, but by the by, there seemed to be a severe lack of urgency at the end of the game. It seemed like we got a goal kick like a couple of times at the end of the game.
Lloris was just
taking his time, playing it short to the centre backs. We were just playing it around. I didn't understand that whatsoever, and I have a feeling that maybe those words of Conte last week and maybe got in their head too much, because he said, like, what would he say last week against Brighton? If there's a game where you can't win, you have to make sure you don't lose. And I feel like maybe they took that to heart too much. And I feel like there was a period with like 20 minutes to go, for like 10 minutes, we were going at it, really throwing caution to the wind, and then we stopped. And then we didn't. Then we all of a sudden we kind of protected the point, and we nearly lost it again. It nearly cost us because they hit the post in the last minute. Again, just like last week, it nearly cost us. So I don't know if that's a message from Conte to make sure we get the point if we can't win. But it seemed like when we realised there was unlikely we were going to win, we protected the point, and that annoyed me a bit.
Look, at the end of the day, terrible 2.5 games. Our last 2.5 games ever since we've been favourites in this race. We look toothless and gutless at the moment, and it doesn't look like we're up for this fight, but hopefully there's more twists and turns left to go, so that's all we can hope for. Look,
it's still all up in the air, still all to play for. That's the reality. It's not all lost just because of this last game. It wasn't all won because we beat Villa 4-0, and that proves that. The reality is, as I said in my vlog, we said the lesson we learned from the Arsenal game is you can't rely on anyone but yourselves, and unfortunately we let ourselves down today. But let's hope we can, even if now we still just rely on ourselves, we can take the game into the North London derby within our grasp.
What's happened to this front three? What's happened to them? They've just not been in the games whatsoever. It's just so frustrating. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you all soon.
See you.
Spurs.